Good morning and welcome to the ICC Hour here on SuperTalk 101.9 FM. I'm ICC Sports Information Director and Director of Media Relations, Adam Gore. And I tell you what, folks, we've got a full show for you this morning. We'll talk with Dr. Jay Allen about the college, both athletically and academically, along with his glimpse of the future for the college here at ICC. Dr. Melissa Habb, she is scheduled to come by and talk to us about orientation and some important dates and other information you'll want to know for those orientations, so you may want to grab a pen and pencil and piece of paper for that information a little bit later on in the show. And we'll wrap up the show by talking with Coach Sean Cannon and a little bit more about Friday's ICC football annual golf tournament going on at Big Oaks. We'll also take a quick glimpse into the early goings of the football season, getting prepared for it as the players have reported this month here at ICC. All this and more when we come back with the ICC Hour here on SuperTalk, Mississippi.
Itawamba Community College is now offering 3-day weekends. You can be one of the first to take advantage of a compact course schedule with a majority of classes offered Monday through Thursday. Let us customize your education to fit your needs. Become a part of the ICC family and apply today at apply.iccms.edu. ICC, the best start here.
And welcome back to the ICC Hour here on SuperTalk 101.9 FM. First show of the year, so when we do that, we always have to bring out the big guns. And our first part of the show, we're going to talk with ICC President Dr. Jay Allen. And Dr. Allen, thank you for taking time out of your day to talk to us.
Adam, glad to be with y'all today. I don't know if I'm the big guns or not, but I'm glad to be with you for sure.
Well, we just recently wrapped up the 2018-19 school year, and another great year to be a part of Itawamba Community College. If you will, just kind of give your overview of last year's school year.
I thought it was a great school year. It's really it's always interesting, Adam, when you think about how much we've accomplished over the year. And, we're so blessed with such wonderful faculty and staff. They're so caring about our students and their success. And it's neat to see what we're able to do on stages, in the classroom, out on the ball diamond, the football field, our fields and courts. It's just amazing what all we've been able to accomplish. And a lot of that's because of the time and talent of our faculty and staff, but then ultimately our students and them sharing their talents with us.
Well, you lead right into my first question, and that's one thing we're really blessed with here is faculty, staff, everybody that's part of the backbone of the college. They not only care about our students' success while they're here, they want to prepare them for their success when they go on to a four-year school or move on to maybe their trade or whatever they're going to work in next. So just talk about that mentality and why is that important here at ICC?
It's important because we really deal with individuals. Our investment is making people better than they were yesterday, helping them find their niche in life, helping them find their career goal, their passion, and really giving them that sense of purpose. And I tell you that the neat thing is, we really get to help people find what they're going to be doing, hopefully for the rest of their life. And that's a neat opportunity. But what's also exciting is that we have people that take such pride and work so hard at helping students find that opportunity. Now, when you think about our students coming in, many of them will transfer on to the university. And so we know that they have a plan, they have a vision of what they're going to do, and we get to help put that to action, but also hopefully give them scholarship opportunities when they leave. And then we have some that are going to go straight to the workforce.
Right.
And it's so neat to prepare them so well and for our industry partners to be wanting more and more of our graduates, which is a great thing. And keep in mind, we now have well over, I think it's a 46% graduation rate in a three-year cohort. And so we are exceeding our regional counterparts by 16%, which is tremendous. And we couldn't do that without our faculty and staff.
And now your role when dealing with the faculty and staff, how do you... this sounds kind of funny to say, but what is your mentality of kind of keeping that morale up, keeping them in that positive mind frame?
You've probably heard me say this more than once, but my goal is that we get a little better every day. And if we're getting a little bit better every day at everything that we do, when we look back over a year, over 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, we're going to have accomplished some wonderful things. Right. And there's some days we're going to make big leaps and gains, but average day to day, we just want to get a little bit better. And that's one of the things I try to be there to support our faculty and staff at the college events and activities that our students are involved in, the opportunities they've created for our students, and I try to support that as much as possible, but then also challenge them to think even bigger and bolder in what we do and not accept the status quo as the way it's going to always be. I'm excited at what they continue to produce and dream up, and are so responsive to our students' needs.
I know that's one thing that, of course, I work a little bit closer with student athletes than the regular student body, but even hearing them is how impressed they are to see you, the president of the college, at events. Why is that important for you to be active in those events?
It is supporting the people that we serve, but it's also understanding what we're doing and or not doing, and then seeing students excel in an environment and think, wow, could we take this even further? And then going back and talking with my cabinet about those opportunities and finding ways we can begin to challenge our institution to go even further. I talk a lot about engagement points. We want our students to have as many engagement opportunities with the college as possible. And not everybody's going to find their niche in the same spot. So we want to create a variety of opportunities. And then when they get that opportunity, then let's try to make them as successful in that as possible.
Now, of course, a large part of those opportunities is growth at the college. Yes. Right now, we've got a big project going on the Tupelo campus.
Yes.
Have had some projects going on in Belden as well as Fulton as well.
Yep.
Let's real quick focus on how things are going on the Tupelo campus right now.
Tupelo campus, we're hoping to get ownership of that building with substantial completion somewhere in mid to late July. It's an exciting project that's behind. They've had a lot of rain delays, and that's understandable. It is really going to change the face of the Tupelo campus, our academic and student center. It'll have 14 classrooms, both small and large size. We'll have a 48-person computer lab. We'll have all of our student services in one place in that building, a brand new bookstore with our We Proudly Serve Starbucks in there. So that's going to be a great addition to the Tupelo campus. It's worked well here at Fulton, as well as a new cafeteria, which will also act not just as a cafeteria, but that space will be our gathering space for students. So it'll be a space where students can come all day long, hang out, catch some coffee in the bookstore right next door, or something to eat from the cafeteria, or just simply hang out and collaborate with their fellow classmates.
Now, the Starbucks obviously open to the public if somebody's in that area.
Yeah.
Now, Proudly Serve Starbucks.
That's right. We Proudly Serve Starbucks.
Cafeteria going to be the same way. I know that's the way it is here in Fulton.
It's open to anybody to come in. It's not a meal plan cafeteria. It's a order by item and pay by item, and so they've got a variety of ways that they market all of that and sell those items. But anybody can walk off the street, and there's not a meal plan to have to deal with on that.
We do encourage you to go by and see all the progress and growth there on the Tupelo campus. Now, the Belden Center. This is very unique, very, very valuable asset of the college. Just talk about the Belden Center.
You're talking about 250,000 square feet under one roof. It used to be a furniture manufacturing facility, and the college had great insight to really and foresight to buy that facility for really probably dimes on the dollar and turn around and invest in that over time with some ARC grants and a number of other grant opportunities to turn that into a facility that is really state-of-the-art and really second to none. The great thing is on the very beginning of the building, the very front of the building, you can walk in needing public assistance from our WIN Job Center staff, the Mississippi Department of Employment Security, Department of MDHS is in there, and then we can help you find a job. We can help you with some services. We can help you with a GED. Mm-hmm. So then it moves into the GED area, all the way down to career technical training and workforce training. So the amazing thing, you can walk in on one end really needing help and a hand up, and you can walk out on the back end with a great paying career.
Of course, now it's increasing importance on the workforce availabilities, classes, and things like that. Talk about what the college is doing to meet those needs. And, there's a lot of opportunities that people may not realize that you can make a pretty darn good living with some of these 2-year degrees.
You can, and we talked a little bit about people walking through that door without a high school diploma. We have 14 new pathways, and these are pathways that are basically non-credit in nature, so they're not carrying a credit credential. They may have an industry recognized credential. They're short term, and in many cases we're able to provide those at either a reduced cost, in some cases free, And they can walk in, and whether it be phlebotomy, our food service, quality management program, those type of things, they can introductions to welding and cutting, but they can walk out with an industry recognized skill, in many cases credential, and go to work. But only the far end of that is programs like our industrial maintenance technology, welding, the heating and air conditioning. So many of those programs, EMT program, emergency medical technician, they can come through those programs, graduate, and go to work in industry. And I mean, some of those, they're going to go to work $40,000 a year without any trouble.
Yeah.
And that's just an amazing opportunity. Apprenticeships are tied to industrial maintenance tech, machine tool, and a few others. They can go to work for anywhere from $12 an hour and up while they're in college. They work 3 days a week and go to class 2 days a week.
Yeah.
And in 5 semesters, they're going to have a job offer at the end of that. I can guarantee you. It's going to be great.
So basically, you're getting paid to go to school.
That's correct. That's correct. So if you think about it, if they're making $12 to $15 an hour, working roughly 24 hours a week, they're going to pick up some holidays and things when the college is out and work extra. They could easily make $15,000 a year while they're in school. So for an 18-year-old, that's huge.
Yeah, that's big.
And but it also gives an adult some opportunity to earn while they learn, and that's really what we kind of call it, more than even apprenticeships, is an earn and learn model. So it's a great opportunity for students.
And another good thing is you're making those connections while you're doing that as well. And
absolutely.
And everybody knows if you want to get a job, you got to make those connections, know somebody that knows somebody, and that's a great way to do it as well.
Well, and our industry partners in that typically will begin to move the individual, that apprentice, they will move them through their organization, and as their skill sets build within our education program, so will their skill set and opportunities in the work environment. So as they learn a skill, hopefully they're going to get an opportunity to put that skill to work in the work environment. So it's a great reinforcer.
We do invite you to visit iccms.edu for more information on that as well. Now, kind of just a overall view right now of the community college system in the state. It's an interesting time, and has been for the past few years.
It is.
What are some of the challenges, I guess you could say, that face the community colleges statewide? And per those challenges, what is ICC doing to meet those?
You know, Adam, this is by far the best community college system in the country. I mean, it's been recognized as that a number of times. It's always in the top 5 or so. Funding has hurt us a little bit and made us drop down just a little bit in some of those ratings. But I will tell you, without a doubt, it is one of the most substantial community college programs in the country with unbelievable results. To have all that we offer with all of the athletics, all of the academic, career and technical programs, the residential environments, we really offer that holistic package to students, which is tremendous. And it's at a price point that really nobody can touch. The challenging part is we don't always get the funding we want. We lag behind in funding with our other education partners at times. We lag behind in capital improvement dollars at times. We find a way to do a whole lot more with less in many cases, and I'm proud of that, but it makes it difficult at times. What's amazing is to see our employees understanding the vision and the mission of this institution, and they continue to answer that call and serve our community, really no matter what our funding levels have been, and that's impressive to see.
And it makes those partnerships with people throughout the community, throughout the state as well, that help give to, donate, create opportunities for the college even more important.
That's a great point, Adam. One of the things that we will see happening more and more as we go to serve that workforce partner and we help to create the workforce for tomorrow, that pipeline of employees, we can't always do that the way we have in the past with just state dollars or maybe even our tuition dollars, because in many of those programs it's very expensive equipment and labs to keep and maintain and faculty for those. So we're having to develop more and more partnerships where industry partners will come in and provide, whether it be financial assistance, assistance in the way of equipment, sometimes assistance in the way of sharing their experts with us so that we get to build off of their knowledge base, but they're not exactly our employee at the same time. They're that company's employee, and they see that as an investment to build for the future their pipeline of employees. So we will have to do business a little different, much more in an entrepreneurial spirit than we ever have.
All right. Well, Dr. Allen, we're running up on a break right now. Got time to stick around. We'll switch to athletics in this next segment.
Perfect.
All right. We'll be back with more of the ICC Hour here on SuperTalk, Mississippi.
Your success at ICC starts with freshman orientation. Learn what the college has to offer, register for classes, meet your new ICC family, and discover all the ways to get involved across our 3 locations.
Hey guys, it's Madison, an orientation leader here at ICC. After you apply for enrollment, sign up for orientation because spots are filling up fast. Find out more at iccms.edu/orientation.
Itawamba Community College. The best start here.
And welcome back to the ICC Hour here on SuperTalk 101.9 FM. Continuing our conversation right now with Dr. Jay Allen, president here at Itawamba Community College. We talked about the academic side, and of course that's why we're here, is to educate. But part of it as well is we got the athletic side of the college. And coming off one of the most successful years in my 9-10 years here at ICC, 8 of our 10 teams making postseason play. We had 4 teams make national tournaments, individual make national tournaments, national recognitions are coming in left and right this time of year. Just talk about your view of the athletic year as a whole.
You know, Adam, athletics is such an important part and a large part of what we do at the college. I always say our number one goal is to grow people academically, and I include career technical programs in that. But instructionally, we want to grow them. We want to make them creative thinkers, problem solvers. We want to help them to be prepared for whatever the next level is. And athletics is one of the ways we do that because it brings people to our college that we may not have gotten otherwise. And it's great to have them joining us as a part of our college campus. And we have some great services to help them be successful academically. And then our coaches do such a wonderful job to get them to where they need to be on their field, court, or diamond. But I will also add that I challenge our coaches, always remind them they have to be a student first because they're a student athlete. Athletics comes second. They got to be that good student, but also to grow them as a person. I want them to come out, no matter if we win a national title or not, I hope that we've made them better individuals by them being a part of our athletic programs. And so that's a big part of what we do. Now, the exciting part for me is I get to go support them, watch them succeed. Unfortunately, sometimes see them fail and support them through that failure. But to see their growth and to see what they're able to do as a team is really impressive. And it's, as I like to say, not everything I do is always a lot of fun, but getting to go see our student athletes, and for that matter, our students perform, whether it be on a stage, on the dance floor, wherever the case may be, but to see them perform is always exciting.
Now, one thing you talked about in that last statement was students. They are student. That's the reason why we don't call them athlete students.
Right.
They're student athletes.
That's right.
And that's one thing that our AD, Coach Carrie Ball Williamson, has that mentality is that students come first, no matter the situation. Talk about Coach Ball, or Carrie Ball, and just how she shares that vision and how valuable she is on that side of things.
You know, Coach Ball is an amazing individual that has such a legacy both here at the college but in athletics in Mississippi. The great thing is she's held in such high regards among the athletic directors in the community colleges in this state. I think both also, though, from a national level with the NJCAA. And she knows the rules. She knows the compliance issues, and she's so quick to take a coach and say, hey, it's a great idea, but we got to be careful. We don't want to break the rules here. And so oftentimes, one small step can take you the wrong direction, and Carrie's so great at knowing where not to make those missteps. And so she's sought out by all institutions for that guidance within the state. The other great thing is she's very, very practical, and so she knows the challenges that we face financially as an institution, but how important it is to continue to strive and do better and to balance all of those needs and to continue to support her coaches and their players in moving us forward.
Now, in that same token, why is it important for our student athletes not only be the success in the classroom? Why is that important? Because it does equal success in their playing field.
Well, there's no doubt if you're successful in the classroom, and that's one less thing you have to worry about while you're out there on that playing surface. But I think the other part of it is we have to remind our students that not every one of them will be playing professional ball down the road, and not every sport can you actually make a living professionally. But it is realistic that they can use the academic skills and the credentials we've given them that they've earned while their time here with us and in the future at other institutions to make not only a living but a great living for them and their family. And it's important to remind them of that and to help them to see that. I always say it doesn't matter what it is you can accomplish on the field of court, you always need something to fall back on. I saw the other day where Dak Prescott had finished his master's and was about to start working on a PhD. So we could all make the argument. I don't know what Dak's earnings are every year, but I think we could argue he doesn't necessarily need those degrees right now.
Right.
But I think Dak also sees for his own personal growth and development, but for the future, it never hurts to have that. And the great thing about an education is it can't take it away from you.
Absolutely. Now, speaking on that, we are providing new opportunities.
Yes.
Not this upcoming year, but the next will be competitive. But we are starting volleyball.
That's correct.
And along with archery as well.
That's right.
Why is the addition of those sports opportunities important for the college?
Volleyball is a great addition, be our 11th athletic, varsity sport. So excited about that. Working to get that coach hired right now, and they'll be really developing that program this fall and spring, scouting, recruiting, as well as doing some other services to the college this fall and spring. And then starting that fall of 2020 as a competitive sport. It's going to bring some new students to our campus. It's going to give our local students and students in this state an opportunity to grow and continue to develop in that sport. I think it's going to be a wonderful addition. Archery is something a little different. It's a club sport.
Yep.
Adam, I'm not going to be shocked if we don't have 100 students in that club sport. I mean,
Right.
I really am not. And it's kind of hard
especially from this area because it's
Yes.
growing huge. We've
Huge.
got state champions right down the road from us as well.
Yes. And, we hosted the North Division of the Mississippi High School Athletic Association's archery tournament.
Mm-hmm.
And so we had, with the help of the Mississippi Wildlife Fisheries program, they actually ran the
Right.
event. We just
Right.
provided the space. But we had 3,000 students, junior high and high school, come through in a 4-day period in our event center from all over the north half of the state. Unbelievable opportunity. And you sit and look at that and you think, hey, this is an opportunity for our institution to reach out and provide another engagement point to these students that hopefully will bring them to our institution, help them stay at our institution and feel engaged and connected to what we're doing at ICC. And again, many times we know historical studies show the student that is engaged is more likely to stay and graduate, and that's what we want. And so, and we give these students an opportunity to excel when they may not be looking to excel in other sports programs or other activities. So I think it's a wonderful opportunity for our students.
This is kind of be our second club sport. Of
Correct.
course, our bass fishing
Yes.
team, known nationwide.
Nationwide.
Jason Campbell has done a great job with that program and looking to continue that growth of it as well.
Yep. And we'll miss Jason as
Yeah.
our coach this year for that. He will not be coming back as coach, so we'll be working on securing a new coach for a sponsor for that bass fishing team, club sport. But they've had great opportunities and great accomplishments in that sport. And so we're hoping we'll see the same thing with archery.
All right, and speaking of new coaches, say goodbye to a legend and Coach Nancy Gray.
Yeah.
Nancy did an amazing job here at ICC and welcomed in her assistant, Robin Porter, to take over the new role as the head coach. And that was a very special day for ICC. If you will, kind of just expand on that.
Yeah, it's just one of my favorite pictures in the new 2019 annual President's Report is a picture of Nancy in there with all of her championship rings on her fingers there, holding up in front of her face. Really a neat photo. Losing Nancy is huge for us. What a great individual, had great success, made a tremendous mark on the institution. But I'm excited about the fact that she will be back to watch and support and encourage both Coach Porter, but as well as our student athletes. And then to be able to bring in Coach Porter to continue that tradition from assistant coach to head coach. Very excited about what she will do. I think Robin is going to continue our pattern of success. I know that in my 2 years here, we've had state tournament opportunity, then state, and now regional this last year, and I just expect greater and greater things from them.
And that had to be kind of a sense of relief whenever you guys went to look to replace somebody
Yes.
with the pedigree that Nancy has that just looked to her left, and there it was.
Right. That's right. It is, and it's always challenging. Of course, the recruiting road can be challenging, and Robin's carried a large part of that load. And Nancy pointed that out quickly. Said, "Hey, Robin's really responsible for a lot of our recruits, and this will be a great way to help secure them and continue to move that program forward." I know Robin has high expectations for each of those girls, and really expects them to excel. But I've also appreciated Robin really expecting them to grow as individuals as well.
Softball makes the national tournament for the first time ever. Baseball ranked number 2 in the country. Men's soccer had a chance to win a state championship. Tennis had participants in the national tournament.
Golf.
Golf made the national tournament. What can we do to top that next year?
Well, we had 8 out of 10, as I understand it, went to postseason play. I guess we could have 10 out of 10, and in the very near future, 11 out of 11.
Yes.
What's really exciting is that we continue to excel. Our players are understanding the value of working as a team. There is no one star out there. Everybody has to do their part. And I love the fact that I got to watch as many of them play as possible here at the very end. So it's kind of what's most fresh on my mind. I had the opportunity to go to both state and regional tournaments for our sports in the spring to see softball play in the regional tournament, and then in the national tournament was tremendous. First ever national tournament appearance for them. Won 2 and lost 2. And that's really a tremendous accomplishment. Tied for around 7th in that tournament.
Seventh is where they finished. Yeah.
So that's tremendous. I'm so proud of what they've done, and I think, as I told the girls at this, you've set the bar, and this is our expectation level, and I do expect us to be back, and I hope that you expect that. And so now I need you to go out and help recruit those players of the future that will bring us back to this level and beyond.
Well, as we wrap it up, we can kind of look at an all-encompassing view. What is, I guess, your overall view for the future of Itawamba Community College?
Well, Adam, that's a huge question. And I mentioned a little bit earlier in our conversation about, getting a little bit better every day. And I say that a lot of times because you will have those big wins every so often where you make a huge leap for the institution, and we've had some of those and we'll continue to have those. But a lot of times it's the small incremental changes, the little bit of increase here and there that will make the really, over the long term, make a huge impact. And it's things that we can build in within our scope to build into that financially and so many other ways, capacity-wise. We hope to add a new residence hall here in the very near future that will bring about 300 more beds to campus. That offers us new opportunities.
Yes.
These new club sports, these and the new volleyball is a new sport. Continuing to grow what we're doing in the arts, band having 240 band members. I continually challenge them to get to 300.
Yes.
Or back to 300
Yes.
where we were at one time during peak enrollment. Our drama program continuing to grow, our choir and show choir continuing to grow, center stage. They do some wonderful things. We have a new travel club program. We've got new clubs and organizations that continue to pop up. Our continued partnership with the Wesley Foundation and with the Baptist Student Union, FCA, finding more and more engagement opportunities for our students is so important. Continuing what we're doing with Phi Theta Kappa, both at the Tupelo campus and at the Fulton campus, giving those students the opportunity to excel from an academic standpoint and a leadership standpoint is huge. I hope we'll grow more of that. We're switching from an honors program to an honors college.
Nice.
And so that will be a nice new addition. We just signed an agreement for guaranteed admissions into the Shackles Honors College at Mississippi State University. If you're coming from our honors program, now an honors college, we will have more of those agreements coming in the very near future. We continue to sign 2+2 agreements with universities both in this state and outside this state so that students have direct lines of transfer. The exciting part of that, they're even in in technical programs.
Nice.
So you can take that technical degree and then go and not have to give up all those hours. 60 hours almost, basically in most cases, will go straight into that bachelor's degree program. So we're continuing to kind of change the landscape out there of the opportunities that are available at our students. And then on the workforce side, every day I'm amazed at the partnerships we continue to develop, grow, the opportunity we have to make an impact economically on our area by being there when new companies are looking to come locate to our area and our region, and we play a role in that site location. And so I'm excited about the things that are coming. And then it's the kind of the scary part is what's out there that we don't know yet today,
yes.
but we will be tackling tomorrow, and that's coming. Mm-hmm. And so I'm excited. We also have the new middle college program coming with City of Tupelo Public Schools, and we've actually opened that up to all of our school districts. But we know because of proximity and the newness, not everybody would be able to participate. But that offers up a whole new opportunity for that dual credit student to be on a Tupelo campus, and they can actually finish an associate's degree before they graduate high school.
Well, as you can tell, we've got a lot of stuff that we can fill probably the rest of the year with
Oh,
our shows with. And Dr. Allen, we appreciate you coming on here with our inaugural show of the ICC Hour back here on Super Talk. Something we did a few years ago. We appreciate Steve Knight and company for doing that. Anything else you'd like to add before we take a break?
I tell you, ICC is a great place to start and or finish your higher education experience. I just hope that we'll see more and more students and more families connected to our institution, both from an educational standpoint, but also as a fan standpoint at any event, whether it be sporting, arts, whatever it may be. Camps, we want more and more people to come in contact and allow us to serve our community.
Well, you can join us every Tuesday at 9 o'clock to find out more about that, or visit iccms.edu. If you go on social media, follow us at Itawamba CC or Let's Go ICC on Twitter and other outlets there. Dr. Allen, thank you for taking time out of your morning to talk to us, and hey, have a feeling this won't be your last time on the show.
I hope not. Thank you, Adam.
We'll be back more with the ICC Hour right after this on Super Talk 101.9.
Student involvement is a top priority here at Itawamba Community College.
If you want to be involved with student government, then the Student Government Association is the place for you.
If you have a stellar GPA, then Phi Theta Kappa is for you.
If you're interested in the diverse culture of our campus population, then the Diversity Club is for you.
If you're interested in leadership and service, then Indian Delegation is for you.
If you're majoring in computer programming or computer networking, then CPNA, the Computer Programming Networking Association, is for you.
If you're interested in good conversations and free lunch on Thursdays, then the Wesley Foundation is for you.
Our health science programs also have specific organizations for those majors.
Student Activities is excited to bring you new opportunities here at the ICC Tupelo campus.
Whatever your passion may be, we have a place for you.
This video is brought to you by Phi Theta Kappa, Beta Chi Sigma, Tupelo campus.
And welcome back to the ICC Hour. Now we're going to talk with Dr. Melissa Hab. And Dr. Hab, getting your almost the first full year under your belt. Before we talk about orientation, let's just kind of talk about for a second just your time here at ICC so far.
Okay, well, I've been here since last July, so I'm coming up on my 1-year anniversary, and I have to say, ICC is an amazing institution, and I am so excited about all of the exciting things that we have going on, and the people that I work with, and the students that are enrolling. I just think ICC should be the preferred choice for us.
Well, one of the most exciting things we got going on during the summer is all of our orientations, and y'all have just been working like crazy to get these ready, and we've got one coming up next Tuesday on the 16th. So let's just kind of talk about that orientation that's coming up, how people can get signed up for it, and we'll continue the conversation through.
Okay, sounds great. Well, the easiest way I can tell you to get signed up is to go to www.iccms.edu/orientation. If you go to that site, it's just an easy walkthrough to sign up, you or your student. You do have to apply for admission first, so it would be something we have to have an application on file for you to be able to register for orientation. But on July 16th, we will have a session that begins at 8 in the morning and then an afternoon session that starts at 1. Then on the 18th, we have an evening session in Tupelo. The 16th dates are in Fulton, but the 18th, we have a night session that starts at 5 p.m., and that is geared more towards that non-traditional student or the student that just couldn't come during the daytime because they're working. So that's on the Tupelo campus in the Health Sciences building. And then on the 19th, again at 8 o'clock in the morning, we will have another session in Fulton. The Fulton sessions are beginning at the band hall. So there are signs that will be pointing you to that building when you come on campus, but it's just an easy sign-up process.
Absolutely. And once again, that's iccms.edu/orientation. All right, so what can people expect to learn, or maybe what do they need to prepare for, or maybe even bring when they come to orientation?
Okay. We have spent all year working to kind of revamp. So if you've had any experience with a previous orientation session, things might look a little different. The student does not have to bring anything with them unless they have not gotten us specific information with their admissions file. We know that high school students need to get us a final high school transcript, and hopefully they've gotten that. If you've previously attended another institution, we would need those transcripts sent to us in advance. But one of the things that the students will get at orientation, which I think is worth the cost of admission, which is free, but it's worth coming for, is an Indian information sheet that actually gives the student a snapshot of their entire application status.
Awesome. Yeah.
So it has any missing checklist items for admissions, financial aid, any scholarship awards that have been made, any missing documents. It has their student ID number. If they have a room assignment, it'll be on the sheet. It's got great information, so we'll be able to tell the student when they check in, this is what your record looks like up to this point.
That's pretty awesome, because I remember when I was at Mississippi State, the whole orientation process, even sign up for classes, you had to grab a phone, call a number, punch in a code, pray that it was open. So the process is much easier now for the students.
It is. And part of the process, the students will check in with their parents, and we have an opening session, and then we actually split the parents out for a parent session, and the students go with an orientation leader. And that is a veteran student that talks about their experience and how to be successful as a student. Then they will go to meet with their academic advisor based on their major, and then their advisor will actually help them register, and they don't do it over the phone anymore.
That's amazing.
They'll sit down at the computer, and they will walk through, and based on if the student needs to take day classes, night classes, online classes, they'll talk through all of that as an advisor should, and then get a class schedule, and then they'll get a student ID card, and we give them a free t-shirt. So
Even
it's
better.
a great day. Yeah.
Absolutely. Now, you just said something about the parents splitting off from the students as well. If there's a parent listening right now that might be planning to come to this, what can they expect?
Well, we have designed our parent orientation session specifically for information that a parent would need to know. We do know that parents have anxieties about their student being advised without them,
Right.
and we do not have the parents in that advising session. But when the parent orientation is over, and we have our vice president and 2 deans that lead that session, and our president will be on hand if his schedule allows.
Yeah.
But we want to hear from those at the top, so to speak, to tell them everything they need to know. Then they will be reunited with their student, and if they have any questions about the schedule, we have our director of advising and our vice president for instruction available, so they can answer those questions, make schedule adjustments if need be, and talk through that. So I think it's a great day. We encourage all of the parents to attend. We've got plenty of room. We want to be sure that they feel confident in the decision that they've made to send their student here, and that they have all of their questions answered.
You know, that's one thing that, my sister went to school here, I went to school here just a few years ago. But that's one thing that really is the focus here at ICC is we want you to feel like your family and give you that peace of heart and peace of mind of knowing that your child's not just another student. We're here to educate, take care, and provide for them.
Exactly. I think that what I see the most happen is just having that opportunity to ask the person that they want to ask the question of, and then know who to contact in the future. If a future question comes around, then they know they've already started that relationship with someone, and they can call.
All right, now I know it takes a lot of working pieces to make this happen, and orientation is something that you just don't plan, say, this week for next week. So just sort of talk about everybody that's in the process of planning this, everybody that does this. I know there's a lot of students involved, other employees here at the college obviously involved. So just talk about those people that are making orientation happen.
Okay. We did have a committee that started working on just the concept of how we could improve the program. And then spinning off of the committee, we've had some people that have just held some leadership roles in the training and just the implementation. It's taken community relations, the department that you're in, just helping us with logos and ideas and just trying to create the hype around it.
Right.
Jake Hartfield, who is our coordinator of student activities, has had an integral role in training our student leaders and then helping with some of just the logistics of the day. Mandy Miller, who's our director of advising, has managed trying to make the advising piece very, very personal and making sure that the student and their major, they are signed up with the appropriate person so they'll be advised.
Yep.
And then we just have admission staff and financial aid staff and all of our, like I said, our cabinet members, they're all on staff to help and they're on hand to help answer questions. Our bookstore stepped in and they're giving away free samples of coffee so they can taste the Starbucks that we have on campus. And then our Sodexo with our food services, they've opened their doors so we can give tours, and they have food on hand for people to sample and to see our cafeteria. Housing staff is available to answer questions. So it really does, every aspect that the student will be involved in on campus is involved to be available on these days. Our library staff is there to take the ID pictures because that's where you get your ID made. So it really does, like you said, it takes a village, and everyone has just jumped in with full enthusiasm, and they recognize that the students are why we're here. It's a great day for that.
And of course, we're going to try to do next week's show, a little live from orientation to kind of maybe talk to a few people. May have to stage a few things with you, as busy as you guys are. But before we let you go, real quick, let's talk about other, of course, the 16th, the one coming up, but the other dates as well, and just kind of recap how everybody can get signed up for orientation.
Okay, great. At iccms.edu/orientation, you will have the registration piece there, but don't forget, you have to apply for admission first. But the dates that are still available are July 16th at 8 in the morning and 1 in the afternoon in Fulton at the Band Hall is where you'll start. July 18th at night, 5 o'clock in Tupelo at the Health Sciences Building. And then July 19th in Fulton at 8 a.m. We'll be back at the Band Hall.
Awesome. And anything else you want to add before we go?
I just want to say that we think ICC is the best choice. So if I have any listeners out there that haven't made their decision about where to go to college, I hope that you will consider checking out ICC, and we hope to see you here in the fall.
Absolutely. Once again, those websites, iccms.edu/orientation, and to apply.iccms.edu. We'll be back with more of the ICC Hour here on SuperTalk 101.9 FM right after this.
Today, you are connected more than ever. Your friends, your family, your life. Having a partner that understands banking is what you do on your time, anywhere you like. It's about being connected, which is easy with convenient locations in your community. Understanding that sometimes you need to speak to real people with real answers. Banking partners with the services you desire, who understand how you want to bank. Renaissance Bank, understanding you.
And another one of the top events of the summer is the 11th Annual ICC Football Golf Tournament, which is going to be going on this Friday at Big Oaks. And we're joined now by Coach Sean Cannon to talk about the tournament. And, Coach, first off, thanks for joining us this morning.
Yeah, hope everybody's having a good summer so far and getting ready for the season to kick off.
Now, you've got a busy month going on right now. The guys have already reported for preseason workouts to get ready for the upcoming season, and now we'll talk about that a little bit later on in the show. But right now, let's talk about your golf tournament.
Yep. Excited to have it. You know, like you said, it's a 11th annual we've had here, and so we're excited about having a chance to go out and play golf. Great fundraiser for us. You know, got a lot of great host sponsors that always help us out, and golfers come out and have a good time, enjoy a little fellowship, and have a good meal afterwards. And anytime you can get out and play some golf, it's always a good day.
Absolutely, and hopefully Mother Nature will give us some good weather to play in that day as well. Real quick, for those that might be interested in signing up for the tournament or just to maybe even donate to the ICC football program, how can they do that?
Yeah, give me a holler. All my information's on our website there on Let's Go ICC, and you know we'll take that for sure. You know, people want to come in and donate to us or play. My number is 862-8117. Just give me a shout.
Of course, we've mentioned it already a couple of times. The tournament is going on at Big Oaks. Now, they've been a pretty outstanding partner for us over the years with this tournament. Just talk about that friendship and the partnership with the fine folks at Big Oaks.
Yeah. You know, they roll the red carpet out for us. You know, first class facility. You know, be able to host our meal afterwards. It's always a great venue to do and go out and play in.
And we're talking with Coach Sean Cannon about the football team's annual golf tournament happening this Friday at Big Oaks. For more information on how you can sign up for the tournament, visit the football's page on letsgoicc.com. Coach, let's just talk about it, man. Let's talk about the importance of the fundraising aspect of the tournament.
Yeah, you do, and it just helps us offset our cost a little bit to be able to provide for our kids at things that are maybe not necessity, but more just being able to treat them. You know, we use it we've been on the road, take a road trip the last 3 years, so we'd ever go and spend the night before a game on some of our longer road trips. So we use that money, to be able to feed them. When school is shut down, cafeteria's closed, and be able to, those guys don't get a chance to go home if we got a holiday, something like that. So that's money we use also to be able to feed them, and things like that. And it gets cold, buy them some sweatsuits and stuff. And when you buy for 80 kids, when you count your football team and your managers and your coaches, I mean that it gets pretty expensive. So this is a way for us to be able to just to help our kids out.
All right, so now we said we'll talk about the players. Let's talk about the kids for a minute. They're reporting for the upcoming season and getting them on campus, getting them acclimated, to the heat, and for the incoming freshmen, kind of getting them adjusted to a different way of life with them starting their careers as student athletes on the collegiate level. Just talk about that for a moment.
Yeah, you kind of break it down by seasons, and once you get done playing there at the end of October, 1st of November, you go through the recruiting process, and then you think, well, it's January, and you got a long time to. And you look up, and January becomes May when end of the semester, and then you got summer coming. So so we get our kids here. Most of them are taking class. Going through classwork and things for the summer, trying to get them ahead academically, and our incoming guys that are brand new, they kind of start off, kind of getting used to going back to school a little bit, and the way we kind of do things, and so that's one of the biggest advantages you have is you have them there with you, and they're able to go to class, and then work out and things like that, and really, like you said, get them used to the heat, and so when August comes, when you're ready to go for your regular practices, then you have then you've got them kind of ready at least to make it through that part of it.
And of course, academics is a big thing, so let's talk about that aspect of things. We've got a lot of great teachers here at ICC that they care about these guys, not only just because they play football, but they care about their careers as students. Just talk about, that's a big aspect here, how they care about their success in the classroom, even long after they leave ICC.
And that's one thing that I really harp on, especially for our new kids coming in, these teachers are here to help you if you want to help yourself. And I think that's one of the biggest things, that they have to learn early is, I got to do my work. I'm going to have to do my work. I'm going to have to keep up, because you think about high school, it's kind of a long, drawn-out semester, and you get to summer school, you only got 18, 19 days of class, and a lot of information going on in those 8. So they've got to learn to be able to keep up and manage their time and things like that. So it does help them kind of get off on the right foot once August gets here, once our normal fall schedule starts, and then they're ready to, kind of handle the academic load.
Now, Coach, we're going to talk a lot more throughout the month and into August leading up to the season. So first, thanks for taking time out of your day to talk to us. I know you've got to get back to the guys. You've got a lot on your plate with the tournament coming up. So one last time, tell everybody about the tournament coming up this Friday and how they can get signed up for the tournament.
Yep, this Friday. All the information's on our website, but if you need to give me a holler, my office phone is 862-8117. Email's on there as well, but don't have to call, just show up, and if you only got one or two, we'll find you a team and go out and enjoy the day.
Awesome. Thank you, Coach, and we'll be back with more of the ICC Hour here on SuperTalk FM.
Your success at ICC starts with freshman orientation. Learn what the college has to offer, register for classes, meet your new ICC family, and discover all the ways to get involved across our 3 locations.
Hey guys, it's Madison, an orientation leader here at ICC. After you apply for enrollment, sign up for orientation because spots are filling up fast. Find out more at iccms.edu/orientation.
Itawamba Community College. The best start here.
And that's going to do it for the inaugural edition of the ICC Hour here on SuperTalk 101.9 FM. You can join us every Tuesday from 9 to 10 a.m. To learn more about Itawamba Community College, some of our unique offerings and opportunities, along with meeting some of the great people that are part of the ICC family here on all 3 of our locations in Fulton, Tupelo, and Belden. Now, if you missed any of today's show, you can go back and watch it on the replay of letsgoicctv.com/red. That's letsgoicctv.com/red. It'll be available in the on-demand section there. We'll also have it available later on this week on our YouTube channel. I want to thank Dr. Jay Allen for stopping by to talk to us about the college as a whole, Dr. Melissa Howe for telling us more about orientation here at ICC, and Coach Sean Cannon for filling us in on Friday's golf tournament. To learn more about Itawamba Community College, visit iccms.edu. That's iccms.edu. And, of course, follow us on your favorite social media platform at Itawamba CC. Now, if you're interested in the athletic side of things, visit letsgoicc.com. That's letsgoicc.com. And follow us on social media once again at letsgoicc. This has been ICC Sports Information Director and Director of Media Relations, Adam Gore. I hope you guys have a blessed day. And as always, Roll Tribe.